വെൽക്കം ടു ടെക് പി എസ് സി KCB സബ് എഞ്ചിനീയർ പോസ്റ്റിലേക്കുള്ള എക്സാംസിൻ്റെ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിൻ്റെ മറ്റൊരു വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് സ്വാഗതം. നമുക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിലേക്ക് കടക്കാം. So first one, variation in speed by Watt-Leonard control of DC motors occurs due to variation in option A, supply voltage, option B, armature voltage, option C, field excitation, and option D, armature current. Okay, നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. Is option B, armature voltage. Watt-Leonard system consists of working the motor with a constant excitation and applying a variable voltage to its armature to provide speed below the rated speed. Okay, so it's below the rated speed, and the variable voltage supply is obtained from a motor generator set, and to achieve speed above the base speed, the motor field control is required. Okay, next question, the starting resistance of DC motor is generally what? എന്താണ്? Option A, infinitely large, option B, low, option C, 1000 ohms, and option D, around 500 ohms. So നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. It's low. Okay, starting resistance low ആണ്. At the time of starting of DC motor, starting resistance is only the resistance of armature, and since the armature resistance of a motor is very small and generally less than 1 ohm, but for protection purpose an extra resistance must be connected in series with the armature, and this would limit the initial current to a safe value until the motor has built up with the stable speed and back EMF. Okay, so അത് അറ്റൈൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത് വരെ എന്താണ് നമുക്കത് ലിമിറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം, ഇനിഷ്യൽ കറണ്ട് ലിമിറ്റ് ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളത് കൊണ്ട് നമ്മൾ സീരീസിലായിട്ട് എന്താണ് വേറൊരു റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് നമ്മൾ കണക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നു. ഓക്കെ, സോ ആർമേച്ചർ റെസിസ്റ്റൻസ് വിൽ ഓൾവേസ് ബി സ്മോൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ലോ. Next question, in case of a DC shunt motor, electromagnetic torque developed is option A, proportional to square of armature current, option B, proportional to armature current, and option C, inversely proportional to armature current, and option D, none of the above. Okay, നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. It's option B, proportional to the armature current. So in case of DC shunt motor, the torque is proportional to the only armature current because flux is practically constant in DC shunt motor. Flux practically constant ആയതുകൊണ്ട് എന്താ ആർമേച്ചർ കറണ്ടിന് മാത്രമായിരിക്കും അത് പ്രൊപ്പോർഷണൽ ആയിരിക്കുക. ഓക്കെ, next question, in case of DC shunt motor, the speed will dash if the voltage increases neglecting the armature saturation. Armature saturation നമ്മൾ മാറ്റി നിർത്തുകയാണെങ്കിൽ എന്താണ്? If voltage increases, what happens to speed in a DC shunt motor? So option A, increase, option B, decrease, option C, remains the same, and option D, unpredictable. So നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. It's C, option C, remains the same. അതിൽ വ്യത്യാസം ഉണ്ടാകില്ല. Okay, in case of DC shunt motor, the flux per pole is always constant if applied voltage is constant, and if no load condition of DC shunt, and in no load condition of DC shunt motor, flux will have maximum value, and after increasing flux by inserting resistance, it causes the magnetic saturation of the armature. If magnetic saturation is neglected, the speed remains unaffected due to variation of applied voltage or flux. Okay, next question, Watt-Leonard system for controlling the speed of a DC motor is used where? Option A, the accuracy in speed control is required. Okay, and option B, the speed in both the direction is required, and option C, very fine speed control over the whole range from 0 to normal speed is required, and option D, all of the above. നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓൾ ഓഫ് ദ എബവ്. ഓക്കെ, ഇതെല്ലാ സാഹചര്യങ്ങളിലും എന്താണ് നമ്മളത് യൂസ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ട് കൺട്രോൾ ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി, സ്പീഡ് കൺട്രോളിന്. Watt-Leonard system is used for speed control of DC motor where speed variation in both direction, accuracy in speed control, or very fine speed control over wide range are required, and uniform acceleration can be obtained. Such a system is required in steel rolling mills, paper machines, elevators, cranes, mine hoists, etc. Okay, so next question, if in a shunt motor the applied EMF is constant, then On increasing the load, the shunt field strength will become dash its normal value. Option A less than, option B more than, and option C equal to, and option D 0. നമുക്ക് നോക്കാം. It's option C equal to. Okay, so field strength will become equal to normal value. Okay. In a shunt motor, if the applied EMF is kept constant, then when load is increased, the shunt field strength will become equal to its normal value. Okay. And next question. A force will act on a conductor placed in a magnetic field when, option A, a current is flowing in the conductor, option B, the conductor is rotating, option C, the conductor is placed in magnetic field and it is not carrying a current, and option D, it is placed at right angle to the field. നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓപ്ഷൻ എ, എ കറണ്ട് ഈസ് ഫ്ലോയിങ് ഇൻ ദ കണ്ടക്ടർ. ഓക്കെ, സോ ആ സാഹചര്യത്തിലാണെന്ന് ഫോഴ്സ് ആക്ട് ചെയ്യുക. ഓക്കെ, എ കറണ്ട് ക്യാരിങ് കണ്ടക്ടർ placed in a magnetic field experiences a force, as we all know. If the direction of the field and that of current are mutually perpendicular to each other, then the force acting on the conductor will be perpendicular to both, and that can be determined using the Fleming's left hand rule. Okay. So next question. In a series motor, the magnetic field flux stands, option A, proportional to the armature current, B, equal to the armature current, and C, inversely proportional to the armature current, and D, constant. So നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. It's option A, proportional to armature current. In series motor, armature torque will be directly proportional to the flux into Ia. Okay, and as field windings also carry the armature current, flux will be directly proportional to Ia, armature current, up to the point of magnetic saturation, and hence before saturation, torque across the armature and TA will directly proportional to endana flux and armature current. Okay, and therefore torque across the armature will be directly proportional to endana square of armature current. Okay. Next question. In the speed of a series motor is very high at no load because in such state, option A, back EMF is larger, option B, armature voltage is lesser, and option C, flux is very low, and option D, armature current is very low. നമുക്ക് ആൻസർ നോക്കാം. It's option C, flux is very low. Okay. As we know, and the N is directly proportional to EB by phi. And when load current and hence Ia falls to a small value, speed becomes dangerously high. And series motor should never be started without some mechanical load. Okay. So അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് നമ്മൾ എന്താ ചെയ്യുന്നത്? The flux is very low ആയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ keep ചെയ്യുക. Okay. Next question. A series motor is wound with, option A, fine wire winding, option B, nichrome wire winding, option C, thick wire winding, and option D, double wire winding. Answer is option C, thick wire winding. The field coil of DC series motor are wound with relatively fewer turns of thick wire, as the current through the field is its armature current, and hence for required MMF less number of turns are required, and the wire is thick as the diameter is increased to provide minimum resistance to the flow of full armature current. Okay. Next question. The rotational speed of a DC shunt motor can be increased above its full speed by, option A, increasing the armature current, option B, decreasing the armature current, and option C, increasing the field current, and option D, decreasing the field current. So the answer is option D, decreasing the field current. So in a DC shunt motor, flux is constant, the back EMF is directly proportional to the speed, and we can control the speed by increasing armature resistance and decreasing the field current. Okay. So next question. The armature torque of a DC motor is given by, option A, T equal to 0.1595 ZIA into P by A Newton meter. And option B, torque equal to T equal to 0.159 EB by N into IA Newton meter. And C, T equal to 0.162 ZIA P by A into P by A Newton meter. And option D, none of these. So our answer will be option A, T equal to 0.1595 ZIA into P by A Newton meter. When armature conductors of a DC motor carry current in the presence of stator field flux, a mechanical torque is developed between the armature and the stator. So TA will be equal to endana PZ by 2 pi A into 5 into IA, which is equal to 0.159 ZIA into P by A. So അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ഇക്വേഷൻ, അങ്ങനെയാണ് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടുന്നത്. So next question, the armature current IA drawn by a DC motor is proportional to option A, the applied EMF, option B, the torque required, option C, the flux required, and option D, the speed of the motor. Okay, so our answer will be endana option B, the torque required. Okay, so നമുക്കറിയാം എന്താണ് TA equal to directly proportional to അല്ലെങ്കിൽ TA directly proportional to 5 into IA ആണ്. സോ അതാണ് നമ്മൾ torque required ആയിട്ട് പറയുന്നത്. Okay, it is proportional, the armature current will be proportional to എന്താണ് torque, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ torque will be proportional to armature current. So next question, the power returned on the nameplate of a DC motor is always option A, the power drawn in kVA, and option B, the power drawn in kW, option C, the output power available at the shaft, and option D, the gross power. So our answer will be the output power available at the shaft. The power returned on the nameplate of a DC motor is the power available on the shaft. Thank you.